It's time to see the life coach who's never me. So come in and sit down and relax, 'cause you have come to Ishira's world. 'Cause you have come to Ishira's world. That wasn't supposed to press record, y'all. 'Cause you have come to Ishira's world. So come and listen with me about deep thoughts, about deep lives and in between. And if you can't mentally be seen by me, then I'll move on with my freestyle beat. Welcome to Ishira's world. Yes, welcome to Ishira's world. Welcome to Ishira's world. Welcome to Ishira's world. The life coach, the spiritual girl. The what, nigga? The life coach, the spiritual girl. Oh, that nature bitch, that one who always be talking. That nature, that serpent type of girl. Yes, Lilith. I'm not a fucking Eve. I'm a Lilith. I will never live a life as a fucking Eve and as all of my mama Sheba kids, because this is not going to be for the adult channel, because it was mostly music. It was all music, and I hold the music for the kids. But seriously, there are two types of girls. There are the Lilith. This is not what the video is supposed to be about, but I'm going to do this video real quick before I do the video that I was going to do. And I'm going to do it and be on time for class today. Okay? Lilith. Oh, yes. I don't know how it came up, you guys, but this is going to be a quick Mama Family Circle video. Mama Family Circle video. Lilith and Eve. You need to understand that Eve of the Bible was written from a story of one of the first species of us, because if you know, we are genetic replicas of several laboratory science experiments of generation after generation after generation. And however you want to think about it or not, in my mind, there is an outside source, whatever you want to call the outside source, because there are several outside sources, but there are several outside sources in power to productively use a whole species. But that's another topic. Right here, we're going to talk about Eve and Lilith, and I don't know why, but Spirit, yeah, I know why. Spirit is telling me to speak about Lilith and Eve. Okay, there are two types of girls, people. There are the Liliths. They talk about Lilith in the Bible, but they took her name out. I don't even know where she is in the Bible, because I don't read the Bible. But I used to when I was a kid, trust and believe. I have a background on it, but no, I don't read that Bible, because my want for knowledge has kind of diversified, and I tend to read a little bit of an eccentric type material on a more of an esoteric level, you know. But there are two types of girls, you guys. There are the Eves. These are the ride or die chicks, the hardcore chicks. The chicks are gonna be with their, I don't care if he put his dick in his booty hole. I don't care if he's gay. I don't care. I love him. I want to be with him, ride or die. Never gonna leave him till she's dead. Okay. And there are the Lilith. The Liliths. The Satan type bitches, you know what I'm saying? That's me. My bloodline, seriously, my bloodline, because a lot of people don't know their bloodline. But I'm blessed and very fortunate to know mine. Big up to that girl. Oh, what is her name? Is it Egyptian goddess? Oh, I'll leave her link down below. Beautiful transgender spiritual beginner. Oh, I love her. Love her. Love her. Hey, girl, how you doing? I can't do it, girl. You be popping your mouth so hard. can't do it. Can you teach me? If you ever see my video and you will teach me how to, yo, you do it so the sound is perfect. I wish I knew how to do that. Check me, girl. But yes, there are two types of women, and Eve is okay. All right. Long story short, Lilith is the woman that was with Adam. She was the first genetic makeup made from the power of the snake. But Lilith couldn't deal with Adam's way of living, whatever the reason. She left him. So she decided to do it on her own. And the Jewish people who run the world, because it is Jewish people who run the world, because they created and they copyright and own the name United States of America. They own the board, bitch. You better recognize and know who the slave and know who the master is. Some people think they the master. Living a slave life. Some people think they the master. Living a slave life. Stressing, being angry, giving strife to people, being annoyed, and it's not even true spirit. It's all these psychic attacks from different entities because people are not understanding. We live in a world where there's like several levels simultaneously having at the same time, and they take from us, trust and believe, they take from us esoteric energy. So know that Eve was the second. So what the scientists did, which was Little Inky and Nimrum Sung, brothers and sisters. I think some people say they weren't brother and sister, but I believe they were brother and sister because the story changes as you tell it, like Monkey in the Middle. And as after Lilith, it didn't work out with Adam, they made another genetic, and I think the second one was more compassionate, meaning they felt like they weren't whole unless they connected with that Adam. You know what I'm saying? The first one had the same power, which was Lilith. She actually had the same power of Adam, of self-love, but she self-loved herself so much so, and with the power of creating and making a baby, which soon won't be true once the scientists figure out how to do it. But they do want a man to have a baby, just for fun's sake, to see if they can do it. Anyway. Eve was the second genetic makeup on the so-called small island called Garden of Eden. Okay, so know that Eve is just a little bit different from Lilith, and I feel that both can really vibe on a beautiful, cohesive level if open communication is maintained and mutual respect and understanding is established and maintained. You know what I mean? So know that if you're a Lilith, meaning if you don't need no anybody, connections are good, but you don't need no anybody for long-term growth, because when it comes down to it, every person and experience you sustain for whatever moments you sustain them for is a beautiful memory or a sustaining blessing you're going to have in your life. You're either going to continue it or you're either going to move the fuck on. One or the other, you guys. And again, this is only Ishra. And Mama Shiva. Hey! So please believe, you guys, I feel that there are two different types of girls, okay? There's the Lilith and there's the Eves. So however you choose to consider yourself, or if you don't choose at all, more power to you, because I too live a life on non-judgment. Whatever I experience in my life, I don't judge it, even when hate or negativity is thrown at me. It's all good, because I know how to deal with my hates, and I kind of turn around into surprise jewels of enjoyment. But anyway, guys, yes, so the Lilith tend to be a little bit more bitchy, a little bit more harder to catch, because the real Liliths, who are on a spiritual level and not an ego. And okay, so I have to break it down one more time before we end this video, and it's only 10 minutes. We're good. I have to break down to you the four types of the Lilith, because remember, Lilith can at one perspective, Lilith can be living her life spiritually and listening to the signs and staying balanced and living her life and doing all the things that she wants to do and not hurting anybody and completing her magic and helping other people and also making as much money as they can. I'm a true business believer that if I can make top buck of the premium product that I have, then I say, why the fuck not? Some people get surprised about the prices on certain items because you don't know what the vendor got it for. You don't know if the vendor got dicked. You don't know if the vendor got a good deal, whatever the case may be. Shopping is like if you want to deal with the service or if you don't, and that's what's making money with other businesses is about do you want to interact with this company or you don't. If you don't, you keep it moving, and if you do, you continue the interaction. So know that she's either speaking on a spiritual path or she's either speaking on she's on an egotistical, I want to get what I want because that's the way I'm gonna do it. Perfect example of those girls are like the girls on the reality shows. They are so split. They are so unfocused. They are so confused. And as a person outside looking in, and a person who don't really watch the show too tough like that, because my life is pretty busy as a life coach, but seriously, watching what I do watch when I'm at my mom's house, my guilty pleasure. That's why I'm trying to go to my mom's house, because I watch too much TV at her house. I don't stay productive at her house. Know that when you are on a Lilith level of self-gain, you tend to have sex a lot. You tend to excess on a lot of things, whether it be shopping, whether it be bad friends, good friends, whether it be how you deal with people, things of that nature. So you just have to make sure that when you are trying to balance your life on whatever level you are on, because there's also two versions of Lilith, just like there's two versions of Eve, two versions of Lilith, and two different types of Eve. So then it breaks down into 4 different branches, and that's why genotype is bloodline, genetics. And that's why as a metaphysical person, I feel like the world has lost a focus on into more materialistic things instead of self-empowerment, self-spirituality, self-God, self-growth. The Bible is more of an esoteric reference, not a flat out what they wrote as scientific. You think the Jews are that stupid? The Jews, synchronously with sacred math and with the geometry, the families that run the Roman Catholic Church, the business, they get the information from our secret information, from our secret societies, from our more African beliefs. They took it from us. We sold it to them, some of our badder parts of our family or whatever. So I feel that you need to, as a metaphysical person, whether it be a Lilith or whether it be a Eve, to be true to yourself on whatever decision you make. Just try yourself to be true to yourself, because as a life coach, I tend to tell my clients that focusing on self is the best way to be an enlightened person and to reach your enlightenment goals. Keep in mind, okay, you guys, keep in mind, this is not going to be long, you guys. Keep in mind that life goals is ascertained quicker when you focus your synergy on your self-growth and self-enlightenment and due diligence and helping others and focusing on yourself and giving it up to the gods and blessing yourself with as many joys as you can and helping to grow your son, whether alone or your daughter, whether alone or by yourself or with someone else, as metaphysically sound as you can, despite the complete difference of the information from what my child will hear mostly from when he gets into daycare all the way down from when he graduates from high school. Really, they're going to be taught a totally different spectrum on how this world was created, from metaphysical kids who kind of get it but don't get it, you know, because they're so filled up with their lives and life is moving, and they're not understanding that bad luck is good. Check out for that video, Bad Luck is Good, on my adult channel. So know that whether you're a Lilith or an Eve, just try yourself to be true to who you are. Within being true to who you are, then you will supersede all of your wishes, all of your desires, and all of your joys. You guys, I'm so sorry. I was so sketchy with this video, but like I just said, I don't even think you caught it or not. But in the beginning of the video, I was going to start an adult video, but it changed into this video. And I'm kind of glad that it did, but it was completely unexpected and completely started off guard. So I'm sorry about that if I was a little skittish in the beginning. Who says metaphysics has to be boring? Metaphysics don't have to be boring. It really don't. It really don't. But anyway, thanks guys for listening to Mama Shiva's explanation between the two types of girls, Lilith and Eve. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening. See you later. This has been another one. Ishura's exclusive.